If you all could please install this package library XML, that would be great, because we will be using the library XML throughout this case study. So once you have installed the library XML, please let me know so that I can proceed with it, because this one is, I want you to do it with myself, because the previous one I did not feel that you can do it with myself, because you might be having a different database, so you cannot follow me with writing down the code by yourself following me. But it is better that this web scraping, we'll do it together. So please let me know once you have installed the package XML. Uday has asked, can you upload these links in LMS? This link will be there in the file. So you can have this link in the file. I put it in the chat window. So Uday, if you could please have it from the chat window, that would be great. Also, how to know what are the libraries already installed in your system? You can find the things that are installed in your system by looking at this place. So this is a place where you can have a look at the different libraries which are installed. Get this installed. This will be quite a big case study. So my intention is that through this site, I'm going to fully scrape the data. The data will be scraped. Okay. What is XML2R? Now I'll have to find out actually. Is it another package or something that you are looking, Josna? New package? Might be, because what is happening, Josna, is that everybody, excuse me. Okay, packages popped when I typed XML. Yes, everybody is writing a package on their own in R. That's a beauty as well as a difficult part in R. Is because if suppose I am proficient enough, I can write one package and release it to the repository and people can use it. So that should be another package then if it has popped up. So let's try it. So I guess everybody has got it. So first is library XML. Oops. So that is library XML. So this is the URL that I guess I put it into the chat window. Now this is a very important command. What it says is that it reads the HTML tables. It reads the HTML tables. So if you are with me, then can you please type this thing into your machine, so that for me it was quite fast. It got the HTML table in the tables data set. So did you guys get the tables thing here into your machine? If you get it, then I'll proceed and try to do the next steps. I just want also each of you to get this. So Venkatraman has said yes. That's good, encouraging for me. Yes, I'll wait. I'll pause for some time so that all of you guys are able to do this, because this is a very interesting case study. Because what we are trying to do is that we are going to get the data, and it will be not in a very fantastic form first. We are going to utilize whatever things that we have learned in the last 2 classes and a little bit of new things that we learn in this class, using some string matching and string manipulation functions, we are going to get a pure data frame. And what we are going to do is that you will surely like is that we'll use SQLDF. Also, if you don't want SQLDF, that's fine also. You can use plain simple R to do it, but we'll use SQLDF to do the other things. So anybody except Venkatraman who has got to this place? Ajit has said yes. No rush, because we have still a day left to cover this case study. But I want to get everybody this first step right. Might as well put this whole thing in a chat window. Okay. I've got one question from Sumeg. Yes, you have to first initialize the URL. You've got an error in the third or fifth statement. Sumeg, what you have to do is that you first have to initialize with this URL command. So while you do this, let me explain what is it doing. It reads an HTML table into the tables, and what it does is that it does not convert the strings as factors. So that is why we are saying string as factors equal to false. So Sumeg, if you could please try it yourself once again. So Uday is asking, can you please repeat what does string as factors do? Okay, what does string as factors do is because this read.html table, it has a default value as string as factors as true. So whenever it finds strings, it will make it as a factor if it is true. But we don't want that because sometimes what would happen is that there would be these population figures. These are not factors, these are actually numerics, and we want to treat them as numerics. But if it becomes a factor, then it becomes very difficult to manipulate. So what we'll do is that if you make it as factors, we will not be able to manipulate. So for our things, what we'll do is that we'll convert them into numerics after manipulating them. What we are doing is that we'll first understand what is the structure. What I do is, before you go into all these things, first let me understand the str. It gives me the structure. You see here, first it gives me a list of 2. So it is a data structure which gives me 213 observation of 7 variables. So these are the variables that are coming. And then there is another data frame which is 10 observations of 2 variables. So basically what is happening is that the list is having two variables. of type data frame. So let's go back to the site and understand what it is. See here, this is one table, and if you scroll down, this is another table here. This is another table. See, agriculture and rural health, rural development and all these things are coming into picture. So this is set. Aid effectiveness, all these things are coming in. So we'll go step by step. So we have understood that it has two data frames, and then what we'll do is that we are interested in the first table. We are interested in the first table. We are interested in the first table. So what we will do is that we'll go to the first table, and you see that this is the first table which is coming up. But it has all these ugly things there. All these this slash n, country name, all these things are there. 210, 211, 212, all these things are coming. So table 1 data is this one. So table 1 data is this. That is the table 1 data. So we have got the table 1 data here, and we are not considering those agricultural things here. So now we have the total data that we were looking for. We have the data of this from 209 to 210, 211, 12, all these things are there with us. So if you guys are with me till now, then I can proceed, or we'll pause for some time and discuss about the things that we have discussed, and then we can continue tomorrow with the other things. So I see some questions coming up. Error in print default m quote is equal to quote right invalid connection. Venkatraman, did you by any chance get the tables data? First you should get the tables data. Okay. If you have got the tables data, then you should get. Now here I just wanted to stress one thing is that this is a list. So what you have to do here is that, so this tables, if you class tables, it's a list. So if you remember in the demo 2 that we gave, the way the list is being accessed is that first you have to give the list. To access a list you have to do this. There are two brackets there. So here you get the first list and you get the second list, and then you have to do the rest of the part. Okay, what I will do is that I will pause here and try to find out if there are any more questions so that we can do the whole this population data analysis at this point. So what we have done till now is aligned with the objectives. We have learned of how we can get the data from SAS. We have got the data from SAS Studio. We have got the SAS Studio, from SAS, from SPSS, from SQLDF, and from SQL Server we have seen. But I would request you that after this class, maybe if it is possible, uh, tomorrow just have a look to connect to any other relational databases like MySQL or PostgreSQL, and then we have seen that how we are able to scrape the data from internet. There are various other functions also that are we are able to scrape the data. Read lines is one of them. We'll show examples of it. This is one good thing that we are doing, is that the case study in which through which what we will do is that we will try to extract the data in the form of a data frame, and then we'll do some manipulation. Yes, let me answer the questions actually. How does it know the web page has two tables? Does it look for HTML tags? My guess is that meaning internally it would be nice to have a look at the code, but the way it should look at is a table tag. Okay, Josna has asked a question, what does tables 1.1 do? The tables 1.1 is, you see, here what I am doing is that I've got this str tables. Str tables is a list of two things. It is having, for the first list is a data frame of all these first table that is in the web page, and the second is for the second table in the web page. So if you go here, you see this is the first table here, first table here, and this is the second table here. So this is how, just now if you are okay with it, that's the thing that it is going. So tables double bracket 1 close double bracket is getting this first table in the page. It is getting this first table. Josna, are you clear with this explanation? So, okay, Josna is asking, can you please execute tables 1 again? So, I'll just clean the thing. I'll write it myself, tables so this is the one, Josna. What, okay. So Devjit is asking table 1 data tables 1 names. You see, let's do it step by step actually. So table 1 data, I'm assigning it to here. Okay, if you guys remember, we discussed lists. The list, if you remember, is to be accessed like this. Let's go back to the demo2.r. So list is this. So that table was a list. So here if I do X here, this gives me this. So X1 would give me the first element. So whenever you are in doubt with these things, please go back to the basics actually. Your demo 2.r showed you of how you can get this. I know it can be a little bit difficult. We are learning so many things in the same point. So that's why I wanted to slow down so that this gets to you. Okay, Uday has asked one question. If tables 1 has table data, what does tables 2 have? Are these lists? Good question. So what it is that so whenever you are faced with all these questions, what these tables 1, you should first go and you know the structure command. It's a very fundamental command. It is what you should do is that you should do str tables. So what it is doing is that it gives you the structure. So the first table is this table in the database, in the web page, sorry. And the second table is the other table in the web page. So if I go to that website, if you scroll down, then there is another table here. So there, this is the second table that they are speaking of. Table bracket 2 is the second table. So I think we have reached to the end of this. So if you have more questions, we'll continue with this case study and we'll show step by step of how we can get to this and also do some manipulations on this. So from now on, if there is something in a web page and you want to get data from that web page, you know how to get it. This is how we do web scraping. From the web page, if there are prices in the web page, we can get those prices there. So there are many government websites, operator websites which have prices. So this is how you can scrape through the data and you can get this.